Hello everyone, welcome back to another live stream here on the twitch.tv / the Xisuma, playing on Hermitcraft, also streaming on YouTube. I think we're going to have some classics just started the stream problems again because there's something wrong with my chat. Also, Firefox crashed again before I even started streaming. What is going on with this thing lately? Why does it keep crashing? So I can't see my chat, but if you're tuning in, welcome. I'm going to reload this thing. Okay, it's behaving normal now. That's interesting. We can crack on. Blooming Cow, welcome to the stream. Nova, Segathios, Luke19, Hakitaz, Gamma, Lusted Horse, Fireball. Most of those names are from YouTube, so the YouTube peeps. Wow, there's way more of you from YouTube. Maybe that's because you haven't been around for one of our legendary, famous, known across the world. Every person knows about it. Sunday morning Hermitcraft stream, except today it's a Sunday midday? It's midday now, isn't it? I just had to, I had plans. I had stuff going. Oh, well, that's good. That's good, isn't it? I had plans, I had stuff going on, and it just meant that we didn't stream at our usual time. Flinty says, assume your title was spelled wrong. I mean, it didn't look right to me, but spell checker told me that's how you spell crater, so I was like, oh, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We're digging a crater. For those of you that don't know what the title of the stream is. And it probably involves ripping this thing out today. I've got to go repair my pick again already. Oh. Let's wear it out a little bit more first. Flinity says, title's wrong, mate. What's wrong with it? You love digging in Minecraft. I do too. Like, I have just been watching a little documentary whilst working on this. When I've had some in-between things time. And I was like, I try and tell myself to build more than dig. But sometimes I just want to turn off my brain and dig, you know? So, that's what I'm doing today. Except, I can't turn off my brain because I've got to read chat. I've got to talk to chat. Chat's going to be asking me questions. Oh, what's your opinion on that thing that they banned? What's it called? Clock. What's the sound that a clock makes? What's it? It goes beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. Yeah. Oh, they banned beep boop. Yeah, they banned beep boop, didn't they? Oh my god, everyone's going to be talking about beep boop and how it's been banned, aka clock noise. Okay, I'm so in touch. I'm so in touch with the peeps, the young trendy peeps today. Acting all swell. G-Stab, thank you for 107 months. It looks like a little guy with his hands in the air doing a dance. Kind of does. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. I can, like the 1 and the 7 are limbs. Evil X, my friend, you brought him to the stream. Thank you so much. We appreciate his presence. We had Kordishi for 84 months with the Amazon Prime in between live streams. Billman68 is here for 96 months with the Prime. Getting close to that 100 club, my dude. Thank you so much for your amazing support. Peeps, if you did not know, over here on Twitch, you can use Amazon Prime every month to get a free subscription. We've also got Palm Free Prestino here subscribing. Thank you so much. Welcome to the stream. Love the new cover, by the way. The strings and lyrics intersection was so silly, says Vino. I love that song so much. It's silly but amazing. That was a real pleasure to cover that song because it's a song that I've adored for such a long time. That was from the record that broke my brain when I was a teenager. Like when I was getting into Dimmu Borgir and I got my hands on that record, I was like, I didn't know music could do this. No one told me it could go to this place. This is crazy. I want more. Yeah, I love that record. All right, well, we'll drop some stuff off up there and then go repair the pick. Yep, and then eat some food and yada yada yada. We'll be digging a hole. We'll be digging a hole. Keep it organized, you know. Let's bounce. What's up with that one? Just nothing but stone in it. Okay. What we digging a crater for? I'm not caught up. Oh, that's the spelling mistake, is it? Digging was spelt wrong. Fair enough. I always forget the Dimmu being one of your favourites, says Thou Blockhead. I mean, not one, they are my favourite. Like, in my youth, I just... not everyone, but like, if you're into music, or if you're into anything, movies, whatever it is, sometimes in youth, you just gain a really hard attachment to something. It's almost like you're trying to identify with it. And I just got absolutely obsessed with Dimmu Borgir. They got me into black metal and more extreme music. And their records are just permanently solidified in my brain. It's like, as soon as their music comes on, my brain just activates. All the endorphins get released. It's like hardwired. I've listened to their music so much, it's like a part of my brain chemistry. Neuroscientists in the future are going to be scanning my brain. I know this because I can see the future peeps. And they're going to be like, look, there's the Dimmu Borgir pattern right there. This man loves Dimmu Borgir. We can see it in his brain chemistry. 3 piglets in a coat. Thank you for 20 months, my dude. Appreciate it. Hey X, would you return to the Imp and Skids podcast to talk in depth about music if asked? Absolutely, yeah. I think the thing I would like to talk to them about is stuff like getting in shape and diet and routine and all of that. I feel like I mean, loads of you've heard me waffle on about it. You know, and their podcasts do a lot of service to people in terms of like getting advice and stuff, and I feel like that's something I could offer them. Amazing Games. X, on a serious note, how do you feel about the US has basically opened a portal to allowing internet censorship? And do you think that the UK and the Europe will end up following their footsteps? Can you explain how they've opened a portal? Because that sounds incredibly magical to me. I mean, I didn't know portals were actually a real thing, so... Without Blockhead says, I love Dimmu Borgir. They're spectacular musicians. Aren't they just? Aren't they just? Have I heard of the band Afsky? I have not. I'm like old school black metal. I listened to it when I was young, so like a lot of the new stuff, you know, not as up to date with. Black metal for me has become quite played out in my mind as well, so it's hard for me to gravitate to new records. But every now and then something catches my eye, like my ear, Labyrinth Stellarifium, Labyrinthius Stellaracium or something. I don't know. They got this crazy elaborate name. They're awesome. That was like something I discovered recently. Okay. I got a hot cup of tea, by the way. I always do when I stream. It's part of my thing. You're into metal. Sometimes you feel like a fake because you're not into heavy metal. That's fine. Look, just do you, man. Forget about those labels. Forget all about that metal elitist culture. Like, that band's not metal. This band, you don't like them, you're not a true metalhead. Forget all that stuff. If you like Britney Spears and you like, you know, metal, enjoy what you like. You know, if you like this band, not that one, don't worry about it. Marilyn Manson did that for me. The drum beat for Beautiful People was like a tribal beat that just awoken something in me. Yeah, that's an incredible song. Unfortunately, I had an elitist opinion at the time. I was a bit of a snob with some of my tastes, and I turned my nose up at Manson, only to discover many years later that I was a complete moron. So, yeah, this is the less judgment, right? Less judgment, more understanding and enjoying. HLs04, thank you for 9 months. Hope my year is going well so far. It's been a great start to the year, actually. It's been good. It's been good. You like Def Leppard, but you also like the Beach Boys. Hey, man, Pet Sounds is just one of the best records ever. It's such a good record. Love that one. Are you in full ketosis? Nope. I'm not in ketosis. The Bunnard says, less judgment, more enjoyment. Yeah, totally. That's the way. Lower the judging and focus on the enjoying. Right? Because even if you want to take some of that, you know, 90s, noughties pop music that gets a lot of stick, like NSYNC or whatever, right? I mean, there's parts of it you can enjoy. There's melodies, there's rhythm. Like, you may not like the overall package, but if you just judge less, hey, you know, you might end up hearing something you didn't expect to enjoy. Then passing a bill, the app Beat Boot being banned. Means they can now ban anything else they don't like because we did it once, we can do it again. Whereas before that wasn't possible. Yeah, it sounds like the slippery slope argument is being deployed, and I don't know. To me, it's always it's a little bit fear-mongery. It's a bit of an easy argument to make that now they've got the power to do this kind of thing. But like, is what they did necessary with that power so far? You know, I think maybe if you agree with the banning of TikTok, then probably not too much to worry about. But if it concerns you, then yeah, okay, maybe it is time to worry. Do I know Gojiro? Absolutely I do. Do you like Meshuggah, X, says Luke? Meshuggah is in my veins as well. That is a band that drives my primitive brain absolutely mental with their weird polyrhythmic rhythms. Discovered them actually pretty much the same time I discovered Dimmu Borgir. When I was like 15 or something. Have I heard of the band Imminence? No. Don't think I have heard of them. Ye old envelope is here for 24 months of the Prime. Thank you, my dude. You know what that means? 2 whole years. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it, my dude. This seems to be like a very common thing that I do with these projects. Is like, I pivot to doing something else and then I need to go and pick up that thing that I just put away. Get some stone. Just shape this up a little bit. Over here, we're going to mostly be placing like these blocks on top of. I've also been wondering if I should be doing like slabs at the same time yet, or is it okay to wait? I don't know. Where do I doom scroll? Says Mutationally Joe. Oh, I'm not a doom scroller, my dude. I don't use social media like that at all. Very aware of what doom scrolling is, and therefore I don't do it. I make a conscious effort to value my time and not to just mindlessly scroll. Honestly, like, I would just rather sit and do nothing than doom scroll. So like, I'm good when there's downtime, you know? I don't pull out my phone and start scrolling. I try to avoid that. Double stream now says what? Yep. Doom guy doesn't doom scroll. I know! What the heck? Surely I would, of all people. But yeah, doom scrolling bad. We know it is. Why keep doing it then? It's addictive. Get that little dopamine rush, right? Got to pay attention to that. Got to tell yourself that's what's happening. Helps you break the spell a little bit. You remind yourself, this is what's happening here, just getting a pointless little dopamine rush. X, who opened for art museum things? I have no idea who did. Yeah, I mean, they've already threatened of banning Red Note, the Chinese alternative to TikTok. Americans are now using. They will keep banning until they have all the power. I don't know. Sounds very narrativized. Yeah, there's this problem with free speech is that at some level it can't ever really truly be free. I mean, you exist in a society that has certain laws and social contracts about how we behave, and part of that extends to like what we can and can't say. Like, you're not free. Was it the saying? Not free of consequence for, you know, shouting fire in a crowded room when there isn't a fire. That can get you in trouble, right? That's not freedom of speech, though, is it? Like, so when it comes to these matters, I think it's more a case of like weighing up pros and cons and having a good understanding of the whole landscape of what you're looking at. Like having a deep understanding of it, which is like, you know, I don't have the time for in this case, but if you have a really deep understanding of what's going on, why these changes are being made, the pluses and minuses, it becomes this really sort of difficult, awkward thing to get your head around. Whereas saying, you know, they're trying to grab power and suppress our freedom of speech, that's like this simple good and bad narrative, right? It's easier to picture it in your head, this kind of like fight of good and bad, and they're trying to take away our free speech and all of this. Who's they? You know? Who are they? Why do we keep talking about them? Have they got names? So, for me, it's like reality is complicated, difficult, nuanced, many different ways of looking at it. It's hard to quantify it into something simple. But saying they're attacking your freedom of speech, quite easy to paint that picture. It's quite easy to do that. I just realised I've got some glow lichen on me. I'm like, this needs some glow lichen, otherwise bad things will spawn in it. Wait a minute. I'm one step ahead of myself, apparently. Spelling mistake for engagement, says Inaj. Yep, you know, in all my years of being a content creator, I've noticed that people don't stick around for discussions or seeing things that you're building, you know. No, they want to talk about time zones and spelling mistakes. That's the big thing I've noticed in my chat. So that's why I stream at a time of day, because then, right, you're not going to believe this, but if I stream during the day, you know, when it's a certain time of day, then somewhere else, for someone else, it's a different time of day, and they'll talk about it. They'll talk about it so much, you know. It doesn't matter that I beat the Ender Dragon in, what was it, 32 seconds? You know, no one cared. Everyone was talking about what time I was streaming at when we did that, so, you know, and how I accidentally called it the Ender Dragon. You know, that's what people remember. X, have you heard of the band for King and Country? No, I haven't. I've heard the saying, but not as a band, I guess. To add more nuance, TikTok is not banned, but Chinese ownership of TikTok is banned. However, if it's brought by an American company, it may resume its operation. There you go, yeah. That just highlights what I was saying, right? Like, it's always a bit more complicated. It's always not quite as straightforward as you think. There's always more depth and nuance to these things, as opposed to, like, it's banned. Well, apparently it isn't actually even banned in that capacity. If an American company buys it, then it's not banned, so there you go. Anyway, I was thinking of getting ready to multi-stream on TikTok, since I have a TikTok account, and then I was like, oh wait, that got banned today, so can't be bothered. Can't be bothered. Also, I don't really know how the whole vertical format works over there, streaming. You're not sure if I'm sarcastic or not, says Inaj. Well, you have the same problem as me. My favourite form of comedy, and sometimes I can't even tell if someone's being sarcastic. Felinity says, Inaj, if it's Xisuma, you can safely guess yeah all of the time. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. They're telling you lies. Filthy, filthy lies. The filthiest kind. Is there going to be like more lamps around here? There's just a bigger gap. There's just a bigger gap. Right, there's some around here. Actually, let's dig here so we can get some more lamps. Do you hear a slime? Yes, one got trapped. In my tree farm / slime catcher. Guess what I need? More of these. More of these. Can we free up some slots? Yes, we can. Let's go make a few more. Don't kill me. Woo! Perfect aim, perfect aim, perfect landing. We had a noise in the air, by the way. Terek, 1996, thank you for 2 months. Very much appreciated, my dude. Hope you're doing well. Apologies for being late on that. I was distracted by chat talking about time zones and misspelt titles. That's all they ever talk about over there. What am I digging a crater for? Aesthetics. One word, aesthetics. Will you ever do a review of Linkin Park's new album on your blog, says Bad Cat? No, I don't want to be mean. I'm just not interested in that record. Why is the crater floor red, says G? I don't know. I just picked those blocks. There's no rhyme or reason behind it, which is often a good thing to have behind a build as it goes. I think that'll be something I focus way more on next season of Hermitcraft, doing a bit of lore, much more rhyme and reason behind stuff. I think I'm going to do a player scale based next season as well, make it feel kind of like cozy maybe, you know, like stop doing all this crazy large scale stuff and focus more on small details and play to that extent a little bit more. Whoops. Mistakes were made. What texture pack am I using? Vanilla Tweaks. Do I like glam / hair metal? No, I'm not that big on glam and hair. With time, like, you know, there's a few good songs here and there, and I'm not as repulsed by it as I once was, but it's never really been that much fun to me, that genre. Your computer shut off for 20 minutes. What did you miss? You missed 20 minutes of the stream. I mean, hey, I've been digging a hole. Oh, false went up in flames. Sounds like a minigame thing. Minigame? Question mark. Minigame or cruel mobs pushing you into lava. Oh, there you go, minigame. It's a minigame. I mean, it's just a natural response when you see a hermit death now. It's like, are they playing some sort of game? And a bit about free speech in the ban of Beat Boop. Oh yeah, Beat Boop got banned. You should hit up Skiz and join Phasmo. He mentioned you the other day and said it might be a little late, as he plays when it's 11 PM UK time. That is a little too late for me. I appreciate him thinking of me though. I really enjoy playing Phasmo with those guys. Haven't played it since. I'm not much of a game player, really. I'm not much of a gamer, but I like playing with other people. I like playing for all of you. But I got a Steam Deck, and I kind of learned recently that I don't need to fill, you know, all my spare time with playing games. Because when I travelled, I just got exhausted of it. I was like, do you know what? I just want to look out the window and listen to some music most of the time when I'm traveling. So yeah, haven't been in much of a gamer mood at all. But yeah, looking forward to playing Phasmo again at some point, of course. Argon's Chicken says, oh, I get the beep boop joke now. Yeah, it's the noise that clocks make, you know, when the hands move, they go beep boop beep boop. Am I going to play Switch 2 games? Probably never, because I don't have a Switch, don't want a Switch 2. I'm just not much of a gamer. Like, I'm around games, and when I feel like particularly unproductive or uninspired, it's easier to pick up and play a game and dull away some time. But I like to play something that feels new and different and offer different game mechanics. I don't really like revisiting the same stuff over and over again. So, like, roguelikes have captured my attention for quite some time, but even those are starting to feel a bit sameish, so I haven't played one of those in a while. But if some sort of like new game came along and really like captured people's attention with like different take on game mechanics, and you know, I could see myself getting sucked into something for a little bit. But ultimately, the way I want to be spending my time is either doing creative stuff like we do here on Hermitcraft, or making music, right? Playing guitar or keyboard or whatever. And games just doesn't really factor into that much. And I think for the longest time, I've sort of neglected doing music because it's hard to get back into that habit. And so I've been playing games because it's kind of adjacent to what we do here. And at the end of it, you don't have much to show for it after, is what annoys me. Like I let myself get sucked into playing Factorio, and now that I'm over it, it's like I don't really have much to show. Maybe if I make content with it, I might feel like I have something to show of it, but otherwise it's like, well, yeah, I put all these hours into this world and that's it. Did I ever play Among Us? Yeah, I played a game once or twice. It was quite a lot of fun, actually. So adult, says Raggy. I mean, maybe that's it, right? It comes with age. You shift priorities and perspective and responsibilities, and your values just go into a different place at a certain point in time. Have I tried Balatro? Yep. Balatro is a roguelike, right? And I experienced so many of those mechanics before that its novelty pretty quickly wore off when I felt like the way it worked was there was like this optimal strategy, and you kind of would like start a run, not get the combination of cards you want, and then, you know, you would just start over again. When I saw it going in that direction, it immediately lost its appeal to me. So I'm like, when something's new and you're figuring it out, like, and there's all that curiosity and learning, it's great. And then when as soon as like you see the grind, I'm just like, I'm done. I'm done. The only difference between the Switch 1 and 2 is the slightly bigger. Or am I missing something, or does it seem underwhelming, says them? From what I've heard, that's kind of the takeaway, is that they were sort of forced to reveal something, and then it turns out the Switch 2 is more like a slightly improved Switch than some big new revolutionary thing. Now I feel really silly because I didn't know that there was a second Switch being released. You'd know about it by the time it comes out, right? Guru Key, thank you for subscribing to the channel over here on Twitch. I apologise for being late. The noises in the ear do still not work. I have given up most of my efforts trying to fix it now because it's just like, no matter what I do, I can't get this to work. Do you know what? Over in that corner, we might be a little closer than I realised. Maybe not. Let's actually head over there and figure it out. Because we've got a big chunk of nothing to dig away over here. Big chunk of nothing? That doesn't sound right. Wash away all my torches. Let things spawn. Go on, I dare you. Yeah, I guess I don't want to end up like digging beyond this bit, the perimeter, but slim chance that's going to be a problem, really, I think. What I could do is I could leave the rendering on and go to the middle. I find the rendering's kind of ugly to look at, so I like to keep it off, but if you're not seeing a lot of it, it doesn't matter as much. It just depends on where you are. Right, and the best way to dig is to be efficient with the swiping of your pick and how much you're doing it. Which I haven't been doing. I've just been like, we're hanging out, we're chatting. Doesn't have to be perfect. What was my first gaming console? PlayStation 1. It had Final Fantasy. It had the... what's it called? Bubble something. Little shooter game, like an arcade shooter, where you put all the balls and try and match the colours. Double Bubble or something like that. And then I think the other game was maybe Gran Turismo, or maybe that came later. Either way, I was very young, and it was a decision that like my dad made. He just brought home the PlayStation one day. Like, I wasn't really exposed to consoles and gaming a lot, but like whenever I saw it, I would like be curious and ask about it. My parents were kind of resistant. They were like, you know, no, we don't want you playing those. And then I think they changed their mind eventually and realized that like lots of kids are playing this, and you know, obviously we want to play them too, and so they got a PlayStation. Bubble, that's it, Bubble, yeah. That's a really fun little game, that. There's also a version of it on the NES that I'd played. think that one was called Double Bubble. Yo, Gran Turismo brings back so many memories. Yeah, for me it's always, and it's got a CD player. That is that Feeder? That Feeder song on the soundtrack? Got a brand new car. It's got a CD player. Right, time for me to stand up, my friends. Let's go, brr. Juno Gonaz finally caught the stream. All caps. Wow, someone is excited. Rainbow says, would you like to mention that we are currently working on the design for the spawn preparation for Let's Play Minecraft 4? Peeps, they're currently working on the spawn preparation for Let's Play Minecraft 4. If anyone wants to join and get involved, they can find out more info on the Let's Play Minecraft Together channel in the Discord. Yeah, if you're part of our Discord community server. Yeah, if you want to get involved in that, and I guess now's the time to say it, like legit, official. I think it's no longer a secret, but Season 3 is ending and Season 4 will be beginning in the near future. I'll have more details about that to share with you at some point. But yeah, Season 4 is coming your way. Gotta love digging in Minecraft while watching Xisuma dig, says Rusa Mike. Oh, it's like Inception. Season 4 coming February 22nd. There you go, it's even got a date. It's even got a date. I mean, that's over a month away, right? But that gives you plenty of time to make plans and prepare and stuff if you want to partake and be a part of the new season. Oh, are we full again? Are we full again? Well, I got a box for this. Just keeps filling up over and over again. What's going on? It's called the Minecraft inventory, mate. It's how it works. Just fills up when you don't want it to. Supex, still need to catch up on the latest season. Whew. If you're not up to date on Season 10, you're a ways behind at this point. Meme God says, X, can I have a shout out? No, we don't do shout outs around here. By the way, shout out to Oi Nathan, who says, yo, Musically Scream Mask Guitar Man. Shout out to Nathan. Appreciate it very much. Yancey says hello there. Shout out to Yancey. Oh, X, always shouting people out. God, why do I do it? I'm just the shout out guy, always giving people shout outs. That's what I do around here, right? Oh, I'm being mean. Shout out to all the people asking for shout outs. Oh, shout out to you, yes. Oh, you know. Hey, shout out. Woo! I don't know. Dopamine. What does it do for you? I don't know. I've never asked for a shout out before. Chat, can I get a shout out? Can I get a shout out right now in the chat? Can I understand the other side of the equation for a moment here? Shout out to, oh look, shout out, that's me. Oh, I'm getting a shout out in the chat. Wow. Oh my god, I'm going to take a picture and send it to my mum. What a day. What a day to be alive. In all seriousness, I've never understood like shout outs and stuff. Like, I get it on a record when you hear like people shouting out, I don't know, like rappers shouting out other rappers. It makes sense. They're like saying, hey, I'll do this because of these people. Like, these people are great. But like asking for one, I don't get it. You know, I don't get it. Chat is hilarious now. Now there's nothing for me to read. It's all just shout outs. I've shot myself in the foot here. I don't know what to say next. Let's talk about something else. You get a shout out. You get a shout out. Everybody gets a shout out. Yes, everybody gets a shout out. How the turntables. How the tables turn. Can I get a whisper in, says G-Staff. G-Staff, you can get a whisper in. Just the one. There we go, you get a whisper in for that. We have fun, we have fun. But not too much fun. Just the right amount. Can I get an insult? Oh man, I'm not one of those people who will like come up with an insult on the spot. That's not how my brain works. Oh, if I tried, I'd probably accidentally compliment you. Favorite Metallica album? Ride the Lightning or Kill 'Em All, says Dodo. Definitely Ride the Lightning for me. That album, I don't know how old I was, 13 or something, and oh my god, I used to listen to that and AC/DC's Back in Black just back to back all day. It just blew my mind. Existentialism, absurdism, or nihilism? I don't know. I might. Is it optimistic nihilism? I don't know. There was a term like that I kind of thought was interesting on a Kutzgesagt video. That's how you say it, isn't it? Kutzgesagt. Put a little emphasis in there. Lunar Cupcake is here for 9 months. That's a Twitch baby right there. Twitch baby coming in. Shout out to Xisuma for being an awesome streamer, bringing us laughs and smiles. Great discussion on a regular basis. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks for the shout out. You had Ride the Lightning on cassette tape. Dang, that's cool. That's cool. Any video editing software suggestions? My preferred option is unavailable in my country. I'd recommend Microsoft Movie Maker. It's like defunct software now, so you have to get it from like an archive website, but that is just such a simple, straightforward editor, where, you know, it's just like the timeline goes left to right, and it's great for editing stuff like Minecraft. If you need to do like multiple video tracks and special effects, it's not for that. But if you just want to make Minecraft videos, linear content where it's just like video game and talking, it's great for that. It's great for that. There is one thing I want to do here, which is not repeat myself the whole way around. Like this shape needs to be different in places so it doesn't feel like a full sphere when you look down, right? So it's got to be bumpy, it's got to have blemishes, etc. I reckon what we could do, you know, I think I might not do it now. I was going to do it on camera, but I could make several sphere shapes here that are similar to each other, maybe like off center and stuff, and then dig different sections to different parts of that. Like if we go on, I'll tell you what, we'll do it now, because you might want to know how to do this yourself. So if we go into shapes, we got this down here. Like I can copy that 35. I'm not going to try and remember too much. Let's add a sphere. Configure this, give it a totally different color. Why can't I see that color? Oh, there we go, there we go. So we had that, then we had 35, and then I think it was like minus, I think it was that, but I'm just guessing now. 322.5? Whoa. Okay. There's another important number, 38. So we put in 38. Bam. So now they're like competing for the same space, but let's say we go... Wait, oh, pressing the wrong thing, aren't I? Let's say we just go down, dirt, like that. Now we got one that's like different, so I'm gonna start digging to the tune of this one a bit, or between the two perhaps, and just let this next section be slightly off. And then when it comes to placing all of the granite and dirt later on, we're just gonna layer it on top without these overlays. But now my game gets to look super quirky, doesn't it? Super duper quirky. Yo, Yancy, coming in with a super chat. Amazing man, amazing community. Have a great year. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. Yeah, we have a great community here. Crystal Kitten says, I've got to say, I really enjoyed watching how you build and go about your videos evolve through the seasons. I've started watching Corrales in Season 1, and it's super interesting seeing the collab videos from then. Oh, yeah, I imagine that is. You know what? Like, I'm glad you're watching Season 1 and enjoying it, because it's such a different pace, such a different time and feeling, very different from today's content. If you can get some enjoyment out of it, I think that's going to be great for you, and especially if you like watch over the seasons and see it all evolve and take that in. I think you're going to have a great experience because that is, you know, an interesting slice of YouTuber history right there for us. Having been doing this for so long, yet there was a time when it was so different, right? So I hope you enjoy what you find. Unfortunately, I'm quite sad, but Biffa's episodes are no longer there. And I respect his decision, it's his content, you know. But sadly, he took those old Hermitcraft episodes down. I went looking for them one day and I was like, oh, like a little slice of Hermitcraft history. Feels like it's gone. Right, that'll do. What do I think of J-Rock bands? Or maybe Vikaya bands? I've listened to some J-Rock and whatnot. It's alright. It's never been like a scene that I've gotten into though, so can't really say much more than, you know, I listened to some and enjoyed it. Oh, that's the bit that starts the upwards water stream, isn't it? Huh, wonder where a random bit of soul sand there. Oh, that is sad. We will have to relive Biffa's time as a hermit through your videos instead. You know, I don't know where his stance is on it, but maybe, like, I doubt he would have deleted them. I imagine they're all just turned private. Maybe one day he might be open to changing that or something. Like, I think the reason that he got rid of them is because he wanted his channel to, like, move forward. I mean, I am just speculating now at this point. I think he just wanted to move forward with his channel to do different content. And maybe there'll be a point in time where that's no longer such a big deal, and maybe these videos can be reinstated for people who want to, you know, look back over Hermitcraft's history and watch old content and stuff. Season 2 was the best for you, cheeky hermits. I love Season 2. Season 2 had such a cool vibe. That was, for me, that was really like, air quotes, living the dream. Which sounds strange, but like, you gotta realize I was watching Minecraft and being like, wow, what they're doing is so cool. Like, here's this whole new medium, this YouTube thing. It's like new and there's exciting stuff. People are like playing games together and making fun content with it. And then like I can't remember if I was a full-timer. I think towards the end of season 1 I became a full-timer, but then in season 2 I was a full-timer and just put loads of hours into it and just built all sorts of crazy stuff and had such a great time. Good memories all the way around, really. You enjoy Biffa's content? Yeah, if you like City Skylines, shout out to Biffa, my homie. Oh, X, stop shouting people out. You do this every stream. Oh, I'm a fiend. I can't stop shouting people out. Shout out to Biffa. If you like City Skylines, he's got some great content. Hi X, just transferred here from the other stream, just made the account also, says I'm just Sado. Welcome to Twitch. This is where all the emotes are. This is where my home of streaming has been for, you know, approaching 10 years. So although we're going to be multi-streaming, I still will encourage people to come over here to Twitch. You know, it might change at some point. They might change the rules, and then it's like, oh, back on Twitch. You started watching Hermitcraft in Season 8, so that holds a special place in your heart. Absolutely, wouldn't it just? Have I seen Arcane? I've seen it on my telly, and I haven't bothered to watch it. At the moment, I'm watching Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back. Right, I was talking last stream about noticing little differences and things. Right, in Empire Strikes Back, I swear they've inserted like a whole new ship. The Imperial one that Darth Vader is on, it's now like, it's got like these cyany green lights and then this orangey yellow afterburn at the back of it. And I'm like, this thing was not here in the original, I'm sure of it. And I don't mind the idea of like updating movies and adding things later on. I just think you should like give people the option to see the original as well. Because I feel much better just being like, oh yeah, that's what that's like now, and what did it used to be like? Oh, here you go, this is what it used to be like. But they've made these little changes over time, and some of the stuff from the original has been forgotten. So like when the VHSs came out in the 90s, a whole new generation, which was my generation, got reintroduced to Star Wars. This is one of the reasons it's like stuck around for so long, is it kind of rode that wave of like having an incredible legacy into the 90s, and then it was like given to a new generation of people through VHSs. You know, just being able to put it on and watch it was like a new thing. Didn't have to go watch a rewatch at the cinema or see it when it first came out, or watch a rerun on television, right? But when they did that, they added in stuff. They edited and changed things, and people remembered and noticed, and they're like, hey, this scene here's slightly different. And then there was a DVD version of A New Hope where they added in a scene with Jabba the Hutt, with Han Solo, that wasn't in the original movie. And you can tell it's added in because it's got this like 2000s era CGI instead of the original graphics. They did update it, says Static Cats. So when Disney took it over, did they then go and update some of those scenes? Yeah, also on the first one, A New Hope, I noticed when they go to the bar that plays, the aliens play jazz, that scene, the little town outside seems to have loads of moving creatures and stuff in it now, and they look CG. They look like they just added in more stuff, and it's kind of like, It's really hard to find the really old Star Wars versions badly, says Raven. I don't think it's actually possible to legitimately obtain them. You can't get DVDs or VHSs. If you get a DVD or a VHS, it will have modifications for that format. But there is a project that like went around looking for cinema owners and stuff who might still have like an old Star Wars reel or whatever lying around, and private collections and stuff. And they actually like restored footage and got it sort of recorded in 4K, and then did their very best to like preserve the original footage and stuff. And you can get it on torrent. You can get these like original versions of Star Wars, but they're technically illegal, right? I mean, they are illegal. They're flat out illegal. But you can still get them. Apparently some of the doors are digital. Right, okay. Hammy's, or is it Harmy? Is Harmy's despecialized as a project that tries to use only original parts? Yeah, I think I might watch one of these movies again with that version, because I'd just love to see all the little differences. It's so fun, like rewatching great movies and noticing stuff that you didn't see before, or like paying attention to other aspects of like the movie experience. So like seeing those differences would be kind of fun. Do you remember the VHS rewinder? I remember rewinding VHSs. It was like you put it into the machine and just hit rewind, right? As opposed to, I don't know, saying a rewinder sounds like a little gadget or something. But X, would you download a house? What kind of question is that? Would I download a house? Do they ever know who shot first? I was paying attention when I looked at that scene, and it really does look like Hans shoots first. But it is subtle. It is very fast. It's like if Hans shot first, he didn't shoot at a speed where he hears the other shot and then returns fire. Like, they basically both shot at the same time, but Hans' shot came out first. Is how I see it. So around here, I don't need to fill in what's back there, really, do I? I just need to get what's in front of it. All of this stuff going forwards, because that's where the water is. This might get pretty painful, this method. I think it might be a good idea to get some sponges, but I don't think I have any. Could check, I guess. Be in my backpack, wouldn't they? Because I'm organised. I'm painfully organised. Right, a little bit more of this. Let's check it out. Let's see what I do actually. Oh, where's the ender chest? I think it's over here. Oh. Maybe it's just up there. Yeah, this stuff got to go for a minute. X, this is the method I use and approve. Sponges are OP. What, am I nerfing myself then? Is that what we're doing? We're like, the other this is okay. The other method's too quick. Oh yeah, it's just up here. What am I on about? So sponges might be in those valuable slots. They wouldn't be in there. Yeah, I don't think I have any sponges. Like, they're not in the toolbox. I think they're in valuables. We can check a couple more of these, but I don't think I got any. I just never bothered this season. Haven't really been near a lot of water. Any recommendations of a mod pack to play? You like Stone Block and are currently tired of it? Sky Factory 5 is out, and what little I've seen of it, it looks like they've attempted to do things a little different with that one, but not that I've played it. Oh, guess what? I need the thing back on. Boop. There he goes. There he goes. Impulse might have some sponges. I think he might. He killed a lot of Guardians this season, you know. He might have one or two lying around. Who knows? Where's it coming from? There's one there. Dang. Coral was the box usually. I don't know if it was. I don't know if it was in the coral box, but I certainly haven't got any this season. Tango should have a sponge shop. Oh, right. Has he got the sponge permit? I mean, that's a decent permit, because people want sponges, but people are lazy. I know, I'm one of them. It's like, I can't be bothered to go get them. Having played this game for so long now, it's like some of those tasks are just a bit like, done that last season. Done that last season. Right, I think we'll head back up to the top now for a minute. Do I got an ender pearl? I do. Well, that was terrible. That was just one block more over than I wanted it to be. Yeah, is there actually a sponge shop? It might really be a good idea to get our hands on some sponge. Also, I'm getting pretty toasty now I'm standing. Need to take my hoodie off. Go to Tango is about 38, no sponge shop. I guess Tango probably wouldn't mind me borrowing them. When's Mod Source 3 coming out? I don't think there'll ever be a Mod Source 3, my dude. Sorry to crush your hopes and dreams. Let's see if we can do this then. Aways we go. To Tango. Rhymes. You love the track that's playing. Can you guess where the music is from, though? I thought I'd see people in chat mention it, but I haven't seen anyone yet. Haven't seen a thing. Ooh! I like that, that's pretty. Is there any other new stuff over here? The castle, I think just that. I haven't seen that before. Right, Tango. I'm talking to you as if you're here. What's going on? Where do you keep the sponges? There should be a sign. No, there should be pictures. I feel like my brain would be quicker with pictures. This is very well organised, though. Just wanted to give thanks for the Hermitcraft mod video X. It was extremely helpful, says Affliction. I'm glad it was. That's awesome to hear. It's what I wanted it to be, right? Did I really check this side? But these all feel like blocks and stuff. What about utilities things? Where are they, chat? You can't go quiet on me now. You told me to come take them from Tango. You can't now just be silent and not tell me where they are. Yeesh, you people. They'll be in the named ones somewhere, you think? I guess there is, like, mob drops. Technically, it's a mob drop. I could try a few, I guess. Is it in Misk? Oh, there's one called Misk. Okay, okay. Where's that? Good guess, but the chosen one. Oh! Hi. It's like I'm a sim. Okay, back you go, back you go. Are they a form of tool? Oh, yeah. Is there one called tools? They are. I think you could classify them as a form of tool. I mean, why would they be in music discs? I feel like I might as well just start checking everything at this point. If I'd have done that from the beginning, I might have found it by now. Someone says it's in this one, but I've already checked it. No. You weren't looking at the screen, were you? Chest above his ender chest. We checked that one. And that one. That's the mail system. What about this side then? This is more blocks and it is a block. Maybe it's in with like prismarine and stuff. What about the unlabeled? Oh my god, I'm going to open all of them one by one now. It's the only way. That is a lot of emeralds. If I don't find any sponges, I'm going to be mad, chat. You can't just tell me there's sponges. And then there ain't. I'm going to be so angry. Oh, you don't want to see me when I'm angry. Maybe his startup. Oh my. Y'all are just guessing. You don't actually know where this is, do you? You're just telling fibs. I think we looked in a fair few of these already. Sponges you saw. What one was it in? I feel like we've looked in most of these now. Pretty sure we looked in all of the top right a minute ago. Yeah, we've looked. Oh my god, chat, you're a bunch of fibbers. A bunch of fibbers. Probably in his ender chest. It probably is in his ender chest. Oh my god, why do I ever listen to what you tell me to do, chat? Has he smelted them? Yeah, this place is like a little bit of a maze. Hello, Phantom. I'm indoors, you buffoon. You buffoon of a Minecraft mob. Is there even any storage here? Chat, you are just wildly guessing, aren't you? You ain't got a clue what's going on. Let's head back. Well, that, you know, I could have cleared out all of that water with that time. Steal from Impulse. Do you know where they are? Do you know where they are? Woo. I've been thinking I might tear out this temporary thing. Or at least part of it. I still use it a fair bit though, that's what's annoying. Still gets a lot of use. Surely XP would have some. I'm sure XP does, but are you guessing that I can go over there and get some? They're in the chest where Impulse keeps his sponge, of course. Oh, of course they were. Impulse's storage is pictures, so you might find them easier. I don't know. Just say I don't know! Just say I don't know! That's what you have to say. I don't know. Done. Right, we won't go over there then, because you don't know. Problem solved. Right, I've decided to just tear this thing out already. Needs to get done eventually. I'm going to leave that mob spawner there for now as well. I left the other one up top. One of them's a skeleton spawner. I thought I would use it more, but no. It's kind of obnoxiously in the way of everything we love about this place. Chat is having a field day. Chat is having a mare. They're having a mare out there. One shy. Right, I'll tell you what I am going to do. I'm going to turn off this rendering for a little bit. I think I might turn on this one. Just to help us pick everything up. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with picking everything up. When... Oh, Skelly Butt! You suck, buddy. You suck. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with, like, picking everything up in this game. Because... I've got chests full of stuff that I'm not going to use. Yet, I still pick it all up and put it in a shulker box or something. You know? It's so silly. It's like, why are you doing that? Why are you still trying to do that? Bye! Oh, I guess this guy. Ah! Wait, what is that powered by? This? It might also end up going down here. I don't know. Oh, you got lucky. Now you're in the hopper. I could use the hopper to send some items back as well. Right, I don't have any... don't have an axe, do I? I need an axe for this bit. Can't waste a single drop, says Viles. I know. Terrible habit, terrible habit. If only we were like that IRL, right? Just never wasting anything. That'd be amazing. Mark New is here for 23 months. 23 shorter, feels like forever. Thanks for the entertainment, X. Much appreciated, my dude. Hope you're having a good time today. Yeah, getting rid of this thing in the middle will really show off like what we're trying to do here with the scale of this stuff. Extra guitar cover was fire. Thank you. Yeah. Appreciate it. It was fire. There was burning. There was a strange smell. Absolute fire. X, do you go live at random or at times? I go live at times. Yeah, I go live at times of the day. It's kind of my thing. Basically, I stream Tuesdays, Sunday mornings or midday, and Fridays. That's kind of my rhythm. And I might do like an extra stream here or there. But I kind of trying to just keep to that pace for a while and trying to keep to a bit of a schedule. However, it won't ever be a proper schedule because every time I make a proper schedule, it immediately falls apart. It's just, if I was like, hey peeps, next stream is Tuesday, bam, something comes up and I can't do it. So like, what's the point? What is the point, eh? What is the point of even trying anything? We should just give up. Oh my god, I have to pick up every block. What is wrong with me? Leave them there, X. Leave them there. It's fine, you don't need it. I don't even need these blocks back. I mean, got an infinite farm for them, basically. The lamps, though. The lamps, yeah, we'll have those back. What's my opinion about the beat boot ban? Oh, the beat boot ban. I don't have much of an opinion, really. I fell. Sell the blocks. I couldn't even give them away. I got so many. There's no demand for like stone and dirt. Everyone, pretty much everyone on Hermitcraft has either dug a hole or is near someone who has dug a hole and would happily give them all those blocks for free. There's no demand. Therefore, there's no filthy profit to be made. Filthy, filthy profit. Ugh. Disgusting, isn't it? X, what's the point of trying anything? Just give up. Motivational speaker. Yeah, motivational speaker. Tune in next time for... Don't even tune in. Don't tune in next time. You'll get just the right amount of value then. You'll get exactly what you need. You hate the warped wood sounds. They're a bit squelchy, aren't they? They've got a bit of a squelchy vibe to them, I'll give you that. They got some squelchiness going on. Yeah, look at this. Dudes, I got another. Oh, yeah, but I'm trying to do stuff for the inventory. Leave me alone. That guy, that guy. Troublemaker. Making the trouble. Yeah, for some reason I've got to pick all of these up. My brain demands it. Ah! The I need to collect every book problem is like the cardboard box hoarding. You don't know if you really need them ever again, but one day you might do. Yeah, it's definitely got a bit of a hoarder mentality to it, yeah. Yeah, IRL as well, right? Just, that's why I don't collect anything. I'm not a collector. I'm a minimalist. Because, like, once you start collecting, there's, like, no end to it, really. There's always going to be something to add to your collection. And I don't even have, like... I don't know what I would collect that would actually... I would do anything with, right? There'd just be stuff. Like, I was going to collect vinyls at one point, and then I realised this is going to be expensive and pointless. Because I'm not going to sit down and use my vinyls to listen to them. And I'm probably not going to put all these vinyls on display. So, like, what's the point? That is the question. What is the point? Why bother? Just give up. You have a small guitar collection, but I play them, right? Like, I'm using them constantly. It's like saying, but you have a knife and fork collection. But you got a collection of cutlery, bowls. I use these things, you know what I mean? I use them. That's why I have them. They get used. I don't have guitars because they look nice. I mean, they look nice, but I use them. You know what I mean? I don't think it's that difficult to understand. Do you know what I am saying? X, have you ever tried a client-side sort of mods? Oh, what, like item swapper? I don't know. I probably have at some point or another, right? What are you doing? Says 12D. Replying to your message. I'm digging out a giant crater, believe it or not. I need another shulker box already. How do we get through these so quick? It's absurd. I tell you what, actually, the bundle might have been pretty good to have right about now, because you want to put all the bulk stuff in the shulker box, and then you want to grab the odd bits and bobs and put them in the bundle. I think I might try that. Let's try that moving forward, because we got time here to give it a proper experiment, I think. Ah, this is I just realized some of these used to be partially organized with things I was building with. It all just becomes a mess. It's the one thing you can rely on. It'll become a mess. It's Minecraft. What else would it become? Right. So we want both bundles and shulker boxes. Hey! Finn Realist, thank you ever so much for 39 months using that Amazon Prime subscription. Thank you for using the Prime, my dude. Much appreciated. Peeps, if you did not know, you can use Amazon Prime to get a free subscription here on Twitch. I definitely know people who have a cutlery collection they don't use. Yeah, I guess you can collect cutlery, right? That makes total sense to me. I've seen some of those collections. Let's see. What do we want? We want... Ah, here. Leather and string, right? They made it simple. Is there string in there? No. There's string in here. So let's also take 2 bundles with us. And so now the trick will be to use the bundle when we get the little odds and sods that don't take up a lot of space. Might not see them straight away because we're going to be focusing on this a little bit. But when you start to dig where the ores are and yada yada yada, that's when it might come in handy. Go away! Thanks. They're annoying, aren't they? Just wandering up here. You know, I was minding my own business. Dismantling a tree farm. Oh no. What season of Fortnite is this? 207. Mama Joe Twins, thank you ever so much for using the Prime on me. Appreciate that ever so much. And welcome to the Twitch chat. You now got the emotes. I hope you enjoy them. X, do you ever see the chat over on YouTube too? That's an interesting question because I do, but when I look at my thing right now, there's no messages from YouTube. So last time this happened, after a little bit of back and forth, I reloaded my chat and YouTube reappeared. So let's try it again. Also Firefox, please don't crash. Please don't crash. It's a simple request. So far, 2 messages from Twitch. If you're on YouTube now, there we go. We got the YouTube messages. Right, so yeah, it cut them out, and I didn't notice when that started. Thanks for bringing it to my attention. Hello to the people on YouTube. I can now take your questions. Your important questions. Let me know. In regards to cutlery, some places sell commemorative spoons. I knew someone that had a collection. Yeah, I think I recall seeing commemorative spoons and stuff like that. Stamps is another thing you can collect. I just can't be bothered with collecting stuff. Poor neglected YouTube viewers. I mean, hey, apparently it's another reason to come over here to Twitch because for some reason my chat just drops YouTube after a while, it seems. Coins too. Yeah, you can collect coins. That's another common collector thing, isn't it? Yeah, to me, it doesn't give me that much value. I can understand if material possessions bring you some value or whatever, but it's just not me. So I don't do it. You collect derp coin. I mean, that is a valuable commodity right there. That's a smart... That's an investment. That's not collecting. Derp coin's an investment. Investment in your future. X thoughts on heroin. Let's talk about heroin, peeps. Jeez, first of all, please don't be taking it. Don't know what more to say than that, really. Derp coin is the best. It is the best. It's the best anything. It can do anything. It's just the best. Right. So now if we look in here, right, do that and that and that and that. That. Kind of works a little bit, you know. Got 1 ladder. Where's that gonna go? In the bundle. That's actually been okay. We'll continue with this experiment, chat. Let's zoom out, by the way. Now we can really start to see where this is going to. I'm gonna leave this bit in here for now because I'm probably gonna want to farm up some wood while we work on all of this. But it's diggy time. The hole must get bigger. Which crater is this? Loglands crater. Hey! Small Town Cowboy, thank you for 2 months subscribing, resubscribing over here on Twitch. Perfect stream for a Sunday afternoon, nice and chill. Thank you, my dude. That's what we do here, we chill out. By the way, I should drink some water. My voice is getting a bit sore-ish. And that means hydration time, chat. You should hydrate as well. Don't dehydrate. It's not fun. Hydration is better. My collection of letters and postcards that people have sent to me has started to take up too much space, but of course it's sentimental, so I can't get myself to throw that stuff out. Yeah, digital chaos. It sounds like you're collecting or holding on to the contents of that, right? That I totally understand. Alright, chat, what are we going to talk about? We're just going to dig and waffle, so what's on your mind? What do you want to know about? What do you want me to, you know, prod up my brain? We'll see what comes out. You love dehydrating, really? Oh, I don't think you do. How was my day? Great so far. Done lots of walking, did some shopping, not got much on the to-do list. Probably going to clean the house, chill out a bit. Kind of looking forward to watching some more of this documentary while I dig out in this area. Going to be a lot of digging today, a lot of digging. We should probably do a little bit of building today as well, just to flex that muscle a little bit. You know, there's a little area where I could do, say a tiny bit, probably a fair bit of building. Let's set ourselves a goal here, because we're going to come up against this water stuff, I think. So we'll try and dig as much of this down without doing too much watery bits. So I think here, we're going to come up against more of it. I guess I could do that. No, we're not right now. That's good. We'll go all the way through then. What's the documentary? Need things to watch during breaks of work. It's about the band Mayhem. Someone made a documentary, and I love this about YouTube this day and age. Like when I was young and looking up like a bunch of stuff, I don't know, music, whatever, your interests, right? You think you know it all. You think you like found all the things there is to know about something, and then time goes by, people unearth more, and on YouTube it's just all very findable. And I'm noticing that there's been quite a few things where it's like, oh, I know all about that, right? You know, I read the story about them back in the day. But more time has passed and people have found out more and more stuff. And so I'm watching this documentary that's about their first 10 years before they released their first full length. And it's just loads of stuff in it that I didn't realize. And I was like, wow, this is... I thought I knew this story inside out, but I don't. So it's been really cool to kind of learn more about that era. And it's been true of a few other things, like I said, over time as well. Interests that I've had in the past, things that you haven't really like engaged with in a long time, and then you go onto YouTube and you find out, you know, someone's made this like iceberg video on like the deep lore of this band or something. You're like, I know all about this, and then it turns out, oh my god, people know so much more now. What happened? What happened? X, do you have any movie or show recommendations? I mean, I could recommend stuff, but like, I think it's better to know, like you want to recommend something to someone you know, because then you know what they like, and that makes way more sense. Because I could just, you know, I could just recommend some crazy obscure metal band, and it's like, oh, but I don't like metal. That's like me with video games, says Kung Fu Dragon. Yeah, like if someone recommends to me, oh, you should play Call of Duty 4, it's like, you don't know me. I'm never gonna play Call of Duty 7 or whatever one it is now, you know? So like you should recommend things when it's like, I know what this is and I think this person would like it. Most important question, what is the best curry? I mean, it's got to be the classic, right? A bit of chicken tikka masala. Just because it's so reliable. I like other ones too, but I haven't been going to curry houses and stuff for a while now. I think that era is over. Favourite comedian? My favourite comedian is definitely Ricky Gervais, but his stuff of late has just really not... I've not vibed with it. All this anti-woke kind of stuff is... kind of gets quite tiring. Gets quite boring. You know? And over the years, he's kind of drifted into that direction. He's retained his funniness, but now it's kind of lost its point. It's kind of lost its point. But, yeah, I mean, the man just has this unbelievably contagious laughter. And the things that he's done, the shows, the stand-ups, stuff with Carl Pilkington, like, just brings me endless joy. Favorite dessert? I'm not a dessert eater. I don't really eat desserts. I mean, I eat lots of homemade ice cream though, so that might count. Right, I'm gonna go over to the XP farm by the looks of it. I can put maybe a few more things in here. Right, that one's full, so now we move on to the next one. I reckon it is gonna work using the bundles. You just might end up with like a lot of bundles at the end of it. Is this our second time to the XP farm today? You make your own ice cream? I do, yeah. I love it. Nice and healthy. I just make it with protein powder, milk, and maybe some like hot chocolate in there. And you can make some really great tasting ones with that. Favorite beverage? My favorite beverage is water or a cup of tea. Maybe a cup of decaf coffee. Favorite ice cream flavor? Ooh. The best one that I made very recently, but maybe that's because it's in recent memory. You know, the availability bias. Oh, biases. Ruining everything, aren't they? God, those biases. Let's get rid of them. It was, if I remember correctly, it was chocolate peanut butter, but for some reason it got this, and I think it might have come from this ingredient that's called... They use it in McDonald's milkshakes. It's a thickening agent. Xanthan gum. I think I might have put in a little more xanthan gum, and it gave this like weird, not a texture, but it just added like a little extra dimension to the taste. It's kind of really hard to describe, but I loved it. It was so nice. What's the best gig I've ever been to? Slipknot 2009. At Download Festival. That was just absolute transcendence of self. I was not a human being anymore. I was just in the mosh pit. I just became one with the mosh pit and the music. It was amazing. After I was like, oh, I'm me. I forgot about that thing. No, that was... I just totally lost myself in the music. It was amazing. Just pumped full of adrenaline. Bouncing around for an hour and a half. Going mental. It was raining. I wouldn't have known. I wouldn't have known. I looked up at the screen towards the end of the gig and there's all this steam coming off the front of the crowd. It was so crazy down there. What do you think about the architects? Oh, architects, mate. Don't get me started on architects. Building stuff all the time. Oh, no, we don't build it. We just, we do all the design work. You have to build it. A bunch of architects. Ugh. No, I've seen them live a couple of times. They're a great band. Crystal Kitten, thank you so much for 2 months of the Prime. Appreciate you using that on me. Thank you so much. And yeah, thank you for the resub. Thoughts on Ticketmaster? Oh, they're just always mastering those tickets, aren't they? Bunch of... Ugh. Nah, Ticketmaster are awful. And the apps and the way they do stuff, really not a fan. But they're a monopoly. What CPU and GPU do you have? I've got the 980 672 with the XZ274 312 gigabyte of VRAM. Yeah, that's what I got. I got lots of numbers. I went into the computer store and I said, give me the one with all the numbers. And they gave it to me. And they gave me a strange look. I'll never forget that look. Gigabyte is a good brand though. Oh, it's not Gigabyte. I got Zeus. The god of thunder. Dude, I'm getting some lag spikes. Oh, we got a memory leak. We got a memory leak. That is a rarity. Oh my god, look, it's leaking all over the place. Ugh. Oh, that's gross. Oh, disgusting. I don't know if relogging would fix that, but if I reload the launcher because it's gone blank again, someone should really report that bug. I am so lazy though. You want to try hearing metal? Any recommendation for starters? Yeah, go get yourself Linkin Park Hybrid Theory. Go give that a listen. Let's put next to it Metallica Black Album. All right, I'm gonna give you 3. We're gonna go Linkin Park Hybrid Theory, Metallica Black Album. That's gonna be a nice easy entry right there. Then we're gonna spice it up a little bit. Let's go for Korn. Follow the Leader. All right. Giving you a nice. Korn's gonna be spicy. It's gonna be a little heavier. It's gonna be a little bit weird, but in a good way. Those are your 3 records, all right? Is it me or are we choppy? We're okay. No! Cattle decapitation. Oh, I forgot about cattle decapitation. I mean, that's music for kids, really, though, isn't it? You know, I'm assuming you're not a child. Did you go to their tour? No, I didn't. I saw Linkin Park once, Sonosphere, I think. And I remember going to the mosh pit and being like, yeah, Linkin Park. And then I was surrounded by a bunch of like teenage kids sort of jumping up and down. And I was like, oh, time to tone it down. Do I like System of a Down? I do like System of a Down. Who would have thought? Blow Your Trumpet, Gabrielle. That's a great song. Mexican street corn, just a little spot. Yeah, that's it. That's the one. Mexican street corn, yeah. You remember owning the Hybrid Theory CD when that was released? Me too, man. Me too. Good memories. Good memories. I always remember traveling to. Oh, this is weird. I seem to remember listening to it with a friend, but I don't remember the friend coming to this camping trip. But yeah, I remember being in the back of my parents' car listening to it, and like, you know, they had given in and let the young uns put their music on. They're not impressed. I remember listening to it in the back of the car. Follow the great choices, Paul. Yeah, it's you know, it's a bit heavy. It's still kind of poppy and accessible, but starts to, you know, broaden the horizons a little. Never big on Linkin Park until you got much older. Now I don't mind it so much. Oh, I've loved it for years. The donkeys. Old school friend would swap CDs to listen to that introduced you to Slipknot. Awesome, awesome. What is this crater for? Industrial stuff. Yeah, actually, all up there, it's the equivalent of an industrial area. Right, I'm not going to bother with all this clearing out the water right now. So, down we go. No. Let's skip over this way a little bit and dodge some of it. Is it mostly taking up that area? Let's go this way next. Oh, I like this song. Got this frilly, spacey synth sound going on. It's kind of cool. You like Linkin Park's older stuff? The latest stuff wasn't for me. Same here, same here. Just couldn't get into new metal besides Slipknot and Mudvayne. Hugely grew up into punk rock and thrash. Just gotta drop the judgment, my dude. Just open up the ears a little bit. Just let it be. New metal was awesome. It had its fair share of stinkers, but also produced a heck of a lot of like really memorable bands and songs. It's like metal. I feel like metal hasn't had for a while. It hasn't had quite a sense of really like distinctive anthemic songs, but new metal had a lot of them. You enjoy my music, says Nightfall, and I'm glad you enjoy it. To anyone who did not know, I do make music. Where's the button for this? I'm just going to do it over here. Soulside Eclipse, go check it out if you've not heard me bang on about it before. You can listen to it on Spotify. You can listen to it on Apple Music, Bandcamp, YouTube. It's all over the place. Free to listen to. I hope you enjoy it. Oh my god, no! No! Oh, jeez. Quick. Oh my god! Oh, where did those creepers come? Oh my goodness me. Oh, dude. How the heck are there so many creepers? It's like 12 of them. Oh my, okay, hang on. Let's put some stuff away. Oh my goodness me, that was wild. That was... I don't know how I'm alive. Okay, right, I need to break this. Okay. Oh, they've gone! Oh, they must... I flew away too far. They must have despawned. Oh, dang it. Dang it! How did we miss that? Oh, hang on, let me switch that back. There we go. There we go. Right. Wow, that was crazy. That was crazy. Let's continue doing the... How is my inventory full again? I just cleaned it out a second ago. Okay, what doesn't have a lot of? One thing. One thing we don't have a lot of. Guess I could put that in there. And that, it has helped. I've got to say, the bundle has helped. You just got to continue using two of them. Two different systems together, I guess. Right, and then the bundle can take that. It is also, like, again, though, I appreciate them trying to do stuff with the bundle, but, like, it's still antiquated. You're still just, like, faffing around in the inventory. Why can't this stuff just, like, why can't we have a solution where it sorts itself out? Stop making us do it. I don't want this to be a manage my items game, but apparently it is. Chapter Corey, thank you so much for 54 months. And Sakura Ryoko, there's a name I recognize. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for the Prime over here as well. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Inventory is the main reason you do not play vanilla Minecraft. I understand that 100%. 100% I understand. Right, I was just thinking, where is the... Where is this border at? Because one of the things we don't want to do is always do it the same everywhere, right? So I think this little spot right here, we're just going to leave as such. I'm going to do things here at a slightly different pace, like create our own little curve or something along those lines. Sapio Genesis, thank you so much for subscribing, tier 1. Very much appreciated. Inventory management is your passion. Dang, well, that Minecraft will give you plenty to do. Give you plenty to do, I'm sure of it. Hey X, do previous good hermits get invited to each new season? Alright, no, like, people who have left have left. Basically. Is there any way to make a bundle unloader for a storage system? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if there is or not. Like, don't know if there's like a shoot it with an arrow type mechanic, but I don't think dispensers spit them out into the world, so who knows. There might be, there might not. I'm not aware of it. You just have to kind of like spill out the items and then dump them in or something. Oh, full again. Sorry, was playing for 5 minutes. What did I expect? I mean, to be fair, I did go and pick up a bunch of shulker boxes, so why wouldn't it be full again? Hey X, how do you get invited to Hermitcraft? Oh, that's simple. That's easy. You hang around and then one day you get a message and someone's like, hey, you're invited to Hermitcraft, and then bam. That's it. That's how you get invited. Not an Addiction is here with the Prime. Thank you, my dude. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. I'm curious, what's Not an Addiction? Signing up for Twitch accounts? I don't know. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Do you ever thought of making a vid playing old Minecraft versions? I've thought about it, but then I've been like, it would suck, it would just be slow. I don't think I want to go back and do that again. I really, really appreciate Grian's Evo series. I enjoyed that a lot, and seeing the old Minecraft version was really cool. But like being creative with it and going back and sort of reliving that, it's interesting. But I would be so impatient. Because I remember how grindy that game was, but it was different then at the time. Like, I remember strategizing how I'm going to move all these items around, because you didn't have a Elytra, you didn't have Shulker Box. And I, like, built a system to, like, help me move items with minecarts and stuff. And then there was this, like, episode where I made a time-lapse of me crafting, because crafting was grindy and slow, and I needed, like, loads and loads of items, and it's like... It was fun to do that at the time, but like things have moved on now. You'll get bored of doing that after many years, so it's kind of lost its charm a little bit. The old crafting for hours straight. That was something you had to do. Wild, right? What's the hardest thing to do in Minecraft? I don't know. That's a good question. That is a very interesting question. I would be interested in the answer to that question myself. What is the hardest thing to do? You remember there's that advancement where you get all of the different potion effects on a player at the same time? That was really awesome when they added it, and we did it on Hermitcraft, and it was a lot of fun. But then they kept adding more and more potions, and it became more complicated, and then every season it would be like, right, I'm going to have to build like a crazy setup and get all those difficult mobs into the same place again. And I don't think we've done it on Hermitcraft since it was first introduced. To me, is killing the warden. Never did, never will. I'm not sure if I've killed a warden now that you mention it. Definitely did in a snapshot, but it's not the same as survival, is it? Redstone live on stream. Redstone on stream, done that plenty of times. Not a problem. Not a problem, in fact, quite fun. What season was that? I think it might have been season 3 or 4. Actually, no, 5. I think it was season 5 because it was in the spawn chunks, and I remember that there was basically nothing in the spawn chunks except dirt in an ocean area. I remember flattening it all, so nothing was spawned there, and then we like moved some mobs through the nether, and we had this little setup there, and you could come and get the advancement. You're not a redstone person at all. Yeah, but I think more people than not could do redstone if they did their due diligence and put in a serious effort, you know? It's always easy to go, oh, I'm not this, I'm not that, I can't do that, I can't do this. It takes effort to actually try, concentrate and learn. Why don't I use TNT? Because it's slow. I can insta-mine blocks, or I can spend ages gathering sand and gunpowder and making explosions, and yeah, this is the way I do it. You know, I just realized, like, this bit here is easy to mine because the diorite replaces the deep slate. So when I'm down at this level, it's kind of quick when there's a big blob there, and then when there isn't, you get slowed down by all these deep slate blocks. Moving villagers. Is that one of the hardest things to do in Minecraft? Yeah. They're pretty terrible. Ingrid Ferdana, thank you ever so much for using the Amazon Prime on me. Very much appreciated. Hope you enjoy your subscription and all the emotes in chat and that stuff. Thank you for subscribing. Have you dug in the crater? I have been dugging the crater. The crater is still getting dug in. We're dugging it right now. Oh, didn't know I'd be dugging today. I knew I'd be streaming, but I didn't know I'd be dugging. Hey X, you should try and play Minecraft with Guitar Hero. Foot pedals. Yeah, I'm actually quite interested in that, but like I don't sit down a lot. I mostly stood at my computer, so I feel like using pedals doesn't work the same way when you stood up. But I could totally get on board with using extra limbs to play computer games. Makes sense. Otherwise they're just sitting there not doing very much. Lazy. Lazy. Come on, legs, we're playing a computer game. What are you doing? I should not be filling that in with deep slate, should I? That is the slow way of doing things. This one's got some space. And now it's gone. Be one hell of a calf workout. I guess it would, yeah. Maybe not the good sort either. Might injure yourself. Use sponges. Let's not go over this again. Let's not go over the sponge thing again. Come on now. We don't need to do that. We don't need to do that, do we? It gets slow down at this level. Dang it. Someone who hasn't watched much of anyone's Season 10 yet, may I ask what the creator is for? Aesthetics. The creator is for aesthetics. I think I'm kind of bored of doing this now. I reckon we clear it out to this flat level here, and then we do some actual building. Some actual aesthetics. Oh, look. Andesite, making my life easier again. Right, don't use that. Oh, glow squids, hello. There might be an opportunity to make a glow squid farm, because... like, as we get rid of water in this area, we are kind of creating a bit of a perimeter. Oh, I don't want to deal with the water. I think I might just be done. I'm just going to leave a little bit of a mess for myself to clear up later. There you go. Enjoy that, Future X. That's all I'm doing for now. I'll put down a torch or two. Right, let's go... let's go turn off mini hard. Yay, finally. Right, the bit we're going to build and work on... ah! Kind of requires a bit more digging. Funny enough. Isn't that where there's water as well? Oh. Oh no, there's a bit here we can get away with. Okay. Yeah, I feel like this area here, there's quite a bit we can do and work on. Whew. Oh, perfect. No damage. Dang. Like a professional. Let's keep putting these down. Oh, an empty one? No. No, I want that. Probably going to need it again in a minute. Right, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Keep placing them down. Alrighty, so let's think about what we want to do over here. We're going to need light sources to illuminate this. The idea originally was to do this, but it would be closer to this thing here. So now I've kind of got mixed feelings, because are we going to build like a slopey roof up to it? I'm not sure. Or like a flat platform. I feel like a flat platform and a garden might look kind of cool. In fact, I think that would look really cool. Ender Void Wolf, thank you for 33 months of the Prime. Much appreciated. Hope you're enjoying the stream, my dude. Thank you for 33 months. Hey X, what was Hermitcraft like at the very beginning? Well, that is a question that will get me gossiping. Gossiping? Get me waffling. I don't gossip. Why did that word pop into my head? Yeah, so I'm looking at this here and I'm seeing like a way to create like a container and a floor and give it a kind of storage area vibe, which I think would be really simple. I think it will just be these blocks all the way across. So we can start doing that. Then I'm going to put more of these slabs on the side. Then we'd want that panel to look a little more interesting than just wood. And I think there's a block. No, you're not it. There's a block here I'd like to try. In fact, we crafted some. All right, let's grab a few of these that are likely going to be used in that area. Maybe some oak logs. Maybe. Definitely want those. As I said, I crafted some of this stuff earlier. But I don't... oh, there it is. There it is. Yeah, that's not enough, but enough to experiment. Okay, more of that. Kind of feel like some dark oak might be used up there. So we want to avoid taking lots of trips is kind of the thing. So what we'll do is focus on the floor, I think, and lighting things up. It's just going to be built out of this stuff for now. I'm not sure if it's a good idea to do too much more of it. It is going to be a warehouse. What about... What about adding like 1 or 2 other materials here? Not sure. This redstone will get moved, by the way. Probably won't do that today, but... I just feel like if I do it all with that block, it's gonna feel a bit... Just anything to break it up can go a long way. So... This stuff right here mixes really well with that block. I wish I'd have thought of that sooner, actually, because we're trying to do wood everywhere, and I've really struggled with integrating this stuff with that stuff, whereas you find polished andesite mixes of it well, you know, and then polished andesite maybe mixes something else pretty well, and then you start going in the right direction. But let's place these blocks down. The glow lichen is temporary, by the way, so we don't worry about that. I reckon we do this. We get our polished andesite. And we put some torches down, which are temporary. But then these can go along this bit. Or not, for now. Actually. That's going to stay where it is. So we do this. Hey presto, easy. Easy peasy. Let's place these blocks. Let's place these blocks. Why are there so many composters? Aesthetics! Every question, I'll just answer that. X, which tree farm do you recommend? Aesthetics! How much longer is the season going to last for? 2 years. Oh, did I just say that out loud? Whoopsie. I found your music blog and saw that you reviewed Tyler, the Creator albums, which I love. May I ask which album is your favourite? Ooh, Tyler's one of those creators that I kind of listen... One of those creators. Oh my god, my brain is brilliant, isn't it? Tyler's one of those musicians. I mean, you can call him musician or creator. I tend to like listen to his latest record a bunch of times, and then like pick out some favorites, and they'll come back on shuffle later. But he hasn't been one of those ones where I know albums really well inside out or come back to them a lot. So it's more like just sort of like listening more casually. But I will say, I absolutely loved the Christmas record that he did. I thought that was so fun, and I've played that a bunch of different Christmases. It's good. Hey X, if you are comfortable sharing, how do the hermits handle interpersonal conflict when and if it happens? We just, you know, we get together in person and take off the gloves and just, you know, fight it out. That's the best way to resolve all problems, right? Man, me and Efo, God, we were fighting for hours. Gave me a bloody nose, he did. But hey, that's the Hermitcraft way. That's the Hermitcraft way. I mean, it's hard to like give you specifics, but like the question itself is that handle interpersonal conflict. Like that's the key. You handle it, right? You don't let disagreements and tensions build up and simmer or whatever. Like when you have a problem with someone, we deal with it. You bring it up, because most of the time when people have a problem with each other, it's not malicious, it's not intentional, it's not personal. It's just the nature of humans and communication. And so having a healthy atmosphere and place to talk about these things is what you need. If you don't have that healthy atmosphere, you know, things can get out of hand. Right, let's grab some of that stuff. Possibly didn't actually need to smelt too much more, but hey, we did it. Oh, and I didn't smelt the one thing I needed to smelt. Let's go smelt it. Funniest thing I've seen on the server up to now, I think it might have to be the episode Mumbo did this season. Like, the recency bias is a thing, but so is Efo's crazy keyboard and mouse setup. I still don't understand how it works. so is Mumbo's thumb. Like, how is that thumb not broken and bent out of shape? I don't understand it. I'm over here trying to get like perfect posture and stand at my desk and use ergonomic keyboards and mouse, and then we've got other people just like hunched over, twisting their fingers around, and oh my god. crazy. What are those orange blocks? Those are the new resin ones. Right, so we've looked at this a couple of times. Let's look at it again. This as an entrance is okay, but I think what it wants is a little more texture. So I can do that. I'm thinking maybe putting stairs in the corners might go a ways here. So do that and then do it here. Right, and now you've got like a bit more something or other going on. So then this bit here actually comes forward, and I think we should embrace that, but then reintroduce some depth. And I think the way to do it, yeah, I'm definitely going to need dark oak. I'm going to need to like jostle between spruce and dark oak over here, I think. Let's go find ourselves some dark oak. Probably some plankage as well. I think I might take this crafting bench over there too. So yeah, I'm picturing using a bit of that. Then we'll probably have more spruce behind it, or maybe like what's another wooden texture we haven't used here? I could use stripped oak. Is there something really good here that fits with those brown shades of spruce and whatnot? I think nether bricks. No, I don't want to do nether brick. Could easily just pivot to something like deep slate, but we are trying to focus on the woods. Packed mud might work, but we're probably going to use a bit more of that in a different area. Pale oak, dark oak. What goes with dark oak and spruce? Dark oak, does it? Does it now? Yeesh. I'm only messing. I'm only messing. Brown wool, yeah, brown wool wood. I kind of feel like. I think I might just go with stripped oak. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's going to be a lot of materials all over the place, so it feels like trying to lump too much into one spot might not feel so good. I really need a better way of getting up here. We just hop around a lot at the moment. So I reckon this here, then the next texture behind it, which I reckon is going to be this. I'm going to fill in this space like so. Now I need some of my smelted items back. They're like here somewhere. We're so close. Bam, we got them. That is what I'm after. Right, and what is the dimensions here? We got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I could go maybe just 2 in the middle, I think. We'll go light with this one. The height is kind of not what I thought it was. That's okay. Perfect. Oh, lucky guess. No, I knew it all along. I knew it all along. Unless I actually want to do that the other way around, I don't know. Because then we could put the bluish bits into the middle. So this time, perfect. Okay, that wasn't perfect. But now... Oh, I don't know which way around I like better. I think I like that one a bit more. I think just the way the brown lines up more with the oak is what's going to do it. Also, a part of me thinks like there should be a window here, but screw that part of me. You and your filthy windows. Trying to look at things, are ya? Right, maybe we could put windows over in this area. Like, it's easy to think this is like the end of the build because you'll see it from the front a lot, but we could put windows on the side. That is actually really quite cool. I think we might want to maybe use that as like a logo and sort of introduce it around the place a bunch of times so it becomes a bit of a thing that your eye gets drawn to, right? So then at this level, it's... this is why I brought the crafting bench with me. I'll craft not enough of those, so I have to do it again in a minute. So that's made a nice little section out of that, hasn't it? Right? That's looking good. Let's read a little bit of chat as well. I've been waffling. Orchard Knight says, oh my god, Xisuma live! Oh, Xisuma is live! Oh my god! In that voice. Definitely said it in that voice, didn't you? It's pretty cool. Makes it look like it points to the middle, which does help the aesthetics in my opinion. Yeah, it's got a bit of like a cross vibe as well. Doesn't have much lighting. So maybe what we do next is give the top here like a bit of a trim. And then hide some lightning. Some lighting around it. Let's not go. Oh, this is so. Building is so like crazy. There's so many options, and like, I don't build with a vision, so my brain goes a bit wild with all the possibilities. I prefer it when. No, that's the wrong way to. Is that the wrong way to do it? Actually, I think that looks better that way around. Let's go with that. Yeah, so like, I'm always just exploring all these different ideas and shapes. Once you get something that works, and you can stick with it, that's good. But there's just all these little decisions to make everywhere. It's crazy. Just seeing all the possibilities in the brain. Now we want those. Please reconsider the terracotta placement. Why? You're the only one asking for it. I barely catch that you're alive, X says Eversteed Best. Well, I am live. I mean, I've been streaming for coming up on 10 years. Wouldn't spruce blend better with the terracotta? You're probably right. You're probably right. Let's. I was thinking like a bit more of a contrast, but oh, I didn't pick up any spruce logs. Oh, now I gotta go over here. I mean, the whole point of putting this here was I was gonna do the resin bit next, and I didn't because zombies started attacking me. No, they're only a recent addition. Those pesky zombies. Oh, they bother me. Right, let's go back up here. I don't want your carrot, mate. What's my favourite thing about Hermitcraft? I think I said it the other day. I think I said it to Joe. It's seeing the world grow around you and growing with it. And like bouncing off of other people, like inspiring one another, that kind of experience. Wait, am I actually doing this the right way? Nope. Well, I'm guessing now. What did I just place? Oh boy, this is messy. Let's try that. Yep, that one. No, you got to spin around this way now. Which then means we go like that and like this. Got him. Oh yeah, so does it work better? I think it does, actually. I think it makes more sense to put spruce around it. Maybe we can use oak on top. Maybe that's where oak will factor in. Hey, we got a super chat over on the YouTube. It's the one, the only 85 Toucan here saying, Sir Xisuma, what are you doing? I'm placing block in block placing game, sir. Is that okay? Yeah, we're just building up the loglands over here. It's been a long time coming. Yeah, I could picture us using some oak up here. I can also kind of picture this. Tie them together a little bit like that. And then maybe the oak logs sort of come in just behind here. Oliver Twist vibes. Is it now? Is it? You guessed that I don't see the pattern. What, a cross? I see a cross. It looks like a face. You can see faces anywhere if you want to. Our brains are face recognizing machines, literally. Literally. Quick question, X, coffee or tea? Right now I'd fancy a cup of tea, I think. Actually, I kind of fancy some water, which I've got next to me. That's good. The Iron Cross, says Anna Iron. Yeah, it does look like that. Right. Unless you have face blindness, which has to be terrible. Yeah, that is a real thing, isn't it? Have I read the Trojan War and Odyssey books? I have not. Oil up, please. All the messages, oil up. Say what? Oh. Oil up, mate. Oh, jeez, that sounds a bit weird. X, I'm new. Anything I should know? Oh, I don't know. I stream. I hope you enjoy. Not quite sure what else to say. I'm seeing now how, like, we might end up with, like, a boxy shape thing that comes out the side to cover up this and then does the same in this space. Maybe what we do is we then put the walkway inside of it. As, you know, it's always looking around and seeing the possibilities, but slowly we're expanding and getting something good going here, I think. I definitely think I'm going to end up with another something or other going across there. What bit are we going to be able to build next? That's the question. Tangent is here with a super chat saying beans, question mark. Beans? I like beans. I had lentil bean curry today. Tasty. That is a tasty meal. What's for evening, you say? Sushi and salad. What a combination. What a combination. Why is everyone asking to oil up? It sounds proper dodge, doesn't it? It sounds proper dodge. Right, I think my brain's doing something again where it's like giving me a picture. But I'm not entirely sure. Not entirely sure if I want to go with it. It's weird. Building's so weird. Got to do it more. Got to get more in the groove, so to speak. I think the ceiling is going to be, well, absolutely is going to be that height there. For the ceiling, though, what material should I build it out of, I'm wondering? Because we've got something light on the floor, and it feels like then you would put something darker up top. Right, let's place more of these blocks, because we know we're going to be placing them. Get some lights in here, all that stuff. How far back do I want to go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Arbitrary, we'll just do that. We'll just do that. Go as far back as that. That'll be the back wall. I can put my redstone behind it then. What's my opinions on trains? Oh, don't get me started on trains, mate. Oh, going to A to B, are ya? Shut up. Never on time, are they? Oh, always turning up late. Bunch of trains. Sorry, I just called you a bunch of trains. Didn't mean to do that. I don't know. Trains are alright. Trains are alright. Dude taped to a fridge has super chatted. Wow, I love the idea of someone on their phone just super chatting whilst being taped to a fridge. Don't mind me, just taped to a fridge. What are your thoughts on playing with shaders? I'm not a fan of it. I really like the Minecraft aesthetic. It's very digestible, and I think shaders most of the time seem to try and add realism, and to me it's like an oxymoron. They just feel like they don't go together. I don't really like watching videos that have shaders on. I don't like watching Minecraft videos with resource packs. Like, as soon as the textures change, I'm like, I don't want to watch. It just feels like it's not quite the same, especially if it's building. Especially if it's building stuff, you know, which a lot of Minecraft is just building things, and I'm like, now I don't know what you're building because it looks all different. But that's just how my brain works, you know? Or doesn't work, maybe. Is that in the same spot it was on the other side? Yeah. Right, so we've got a big old hangar here that we can fill full of stuff. Purely for cosmetic reasons. These are going to have walls on them. I think as much as I'm trying to resist making a decision, I think decision is coming. There's got to be some sort of moment where this gets cut off. Problem is on this side it goes a bit further on. If I can't figure it out now, maybe figure it out later. One thing we could do is look at this space and say, well, this is going to be the edge and this is going to be a wall, so let's build the wall. We can do that. That should be not too much of a problem. Except, actually, no, we'll keep that the way it was. Because we're going to build a wall. Ah! Oh, I fell. UK is like 500 different accents. Yeah, there's a lot of different accents here. I think it's true of anywhere though. It's like when you're outside of a place, they all kind of like feel a bit more samey, but then when you're in a place, you learn to tell the bits apart. Since there's loglands and we use a lot of woods, it really reduces the amount of options if I tell myself, oh, this is going to be full of wood, right? So pick a wood, and then there's not too many woods to pick from, and it makes it easier. I think I know what I'm going to pick here. With sound effects. 2 lots of that. Probably maybe needed more, but we'll see. We'll see. So the walls, let's say we decide to keep it simple. We go with... Oh yeah, this thing's getting ripped out. Let's put that there. 1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I don't know how to divide this up. Don't. I'm falling into that trap where you think you have to divide it up neatly. Oh, it's your enemy. That old trap. Right, let's go like that. This redstone's going to be around the back, so we've got 4 there, 4 here. Let's go... Where's my axe? Let's go like for freeze. Then there'll be a 4 in the middle or something. And that's fine. So we'll do something like that. In fact, I think I might keep the redstone here, but I have to change it all to slabs to stop powering the trapdoors underneath it. Right, do we have spruce wood? We do. Of course we do. Whoops, they're the wrong one. Right, and then... Be something like that. I reckon this bit here. Change it. Get rid of that. Yeah, I'm going to change this up big time. Here's what I'm going to do. We're going to have birch all the way across the back, and then those things come out where we got the redstone. So I think I'm going to leave the redstone just running through the middle, because, I don't know, it feels like it might be mildly more interesting that way around. Okay. Got that. Not using the stripped. Turn that into blanks. Then we got this. Have we got any stripped ones? Yep, quite a few. Quite a few. Quite a lot. Right, chat, I've been ignoring you, but now that we're building, let's chat again, yeah? X is about as hungry as I am in real life right now. Oh, right. I see, yeah. Okay. Let's take care of that. I'm not that hungry, but after I stream, I'm going to go make a salad and eat it. I'm going to make a salad and throw it over myself. And go, ha 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 ha. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Where'd that one log go? Over here. Opinions on Beep Boop ban in US. Wow, I said so much about it earlier. I'm going to like reiterate myself about how it's all more nuanced than just they're attacking your free speech thing. I mean, peeps. Okay. Oh, we've unlocked something. Here we go. It's a waffle. It's about to happen. First of all, Mixanu, thank you for 20 months, my dude. I haven't gotten back to you. I apologize because we never made a decision about what we wanted. And I still think we don't know what we want. So, I'll be in touch at some point. I'm not sure when, but I apologize if I messed you around at all. I just kind of forgot to get back to you when I realized we didn't know what we wanted. So, I was chatting with my mates yesterday and I was saying this. It's because it's become all so clear to me recently where I've deliberately tried to detox somewhat from social media, paying extra attention to the YouTube that I consume, because YouTube is a social media too. Trying to be more considerate with my own time of how I spend it. Do I need to keep watching opinion pieces on the latest thing that just happened by some YouTuber? Not sure that I do anymore. Not sure I do need to see that. So, you know, what have I learned from doing that? It's become so clear. It's something I've always been aware of, but when you take a break from it, you break yourself out of the content that you consume, and then it just makes it easier to see that most of us, right? And chat, take a minute to think about this. Like, do we have any like expertise in some of the things that we hold strong opinions about? Like maybe, for example, vaccine skepticism or whatever. Like, a lot of us don't hold like a lot of how many of us understand the legal implementations of banning a platform like TikTok? Like, it's not a simple thing. It's so much stuff in life, especially when it gets to like the big societal levels, are really difficult, complicated things to understand and get your head around. But they can sound so simple when you're listening to a narrative where someone's waffling on, assuring you that they're trying to attack your free speech or whatever the thing is. Right now, I don't want to sound like I'm going at one side or one thing. It's kind of true whatever way you cut it. That you have to appreciate that when we're consuming this stuff, we don't have the expertise. We're putting trust in this person that we're listening to. But these people, they will, you know, recycle information. Like, you'll get second and third hand information a lot. So like listening to podcasts and letting anyone talk, sure, it's great, it's entertaining, it's interesting. But a lot of the time, it's like second and third hand information. You take a break from it and you just realize how different your experience of the world is when you're not injecting this information into your brain every day. And it also becomes really obvious when someone treads on your territory. When they start talking about something you know about, and then you're like, wait a minute, they're saying this really confidently, but this is my space. I know all about this. Like, what are you talking about? This is wrong. Then it makes you think, wait, when else are they saying stuff that they just don't know? And I've gone from like seeing a lot of this. I thought I was getting like, you know, the good information. You know, the other people, they're listening to all the wacky stuff that's wrong. But then I realized, nah, it's kind of everywhere. It's kind of like this whole let's all have an opinion on something. And everyone's chipping in about really complicated stuff. And so we're all caught up in these little echo chambers, listening to the similar voices tell us, you know, what's happening with this thing, what's happening with that thing. and we're not having any first-hand experience of it. It's not something directly close to us that we really know about. And then the people that we're listening to, we think it's the same for them, but no. You know, like I've seen over time a whole bunch of ideas circulate on podcasts, and I listen to one person's podcast, then I listen to someone else's, and they're like, whoa, you just said that thing that the other person said, and I've never heard them say that before. And then I started to notice these little trends of like ideas that just seem to all of a sudden populate the podcast circles and get treated like they're truth or something. Just get your head out of that place for a while. Take a break from all the online opinions and, you know, as they say, touch grass. Get a little connected with just your day-to-day experience and realize how far removed you are from this stuff. And then when you go back to it, have a little skepticism, some healthy skepticism, and realize that you're getting this like second, third-hand information constantly, and it's not healthy. It's really not a great way to understand the world. Pro teacher here, don't get started on people saying how we should teach without knowing the minimum. We should teach without knowing the minimum? I don't know what you're saying. I didn't understand that sentence. Right, I'll let you talk now. Sometimes it's better for you to take a break from talking too much information from the internet, especially when you don't really know about certain opinions yourself. Yep, you might have noticed over the years I used to do a lot of Xisuma Says content. Used to be way more opinionated. Now I'm more like, when I perk up about this stuff, I'm more like, what do I know? Right? It's really complicated, actually, all this stuff that we want to have quick opinions on. Yeah, you know, here's another way of looking at it, right? There is an incentive to make content. There is an incentive to have a video out about that thing that's just happened. I got pulled into that with, like I just said, Xisuma Says a little bit, right? And if you look at what's coming across your feed and remind yourself of that, there's a strong incentive for this person, because they've got your attention, to wage in and tell you their thoughts and opinions. And like, ask yourself, how well researched is this stuff, right? Did they just listen to someone else's podcast with an opinion and then give you their hot take based off of that? Like, where is the really well-researched takes on stuff, right? That was the old establishment media that we're all apparently hate now and want to get rid of. You know, real journalism, doing proper investigation, having real opinions on stuff takes a lot of time, a lot of thought, a lot of consideration, a lot of investigation, and we're throwing that away for these like quick takes. You know, now you want to hear about it instantly on Twitter. Something happens, someone's got an immediate opinion on Twitter. Is this good? Is this a good way of doing things? I'm starting to think no. At first, I was kind of like, you know, quite in favour of social media and spreading ideas on it and stuff, and now I'm starting to see the problems with it. It's like we've identified a problem, but then gone and replaced it with something worse. Yeah, there's problems with some of our institutions. They've mishandled some things, and it needs to be improved. But now we just want to replace them with naysayers who don't have to do a lot of work to go, this thing's terrible. It's easy to criticise and critique, much harder to build and create proper robust systems. God, I've waffled on again. Let me read more of yours. Say what you say about mainstream media, but alternative media has allowed people that have no idea or care about a subject to spew absolute nonsense for profit. Yeah, basically. I mean, among giving other people who do know access as well, right? Like, it's not cut and dry, but it just seemed to be like starting to seem quite obvious that there's a lot of people who are just in this space spewing low quality information everywhere. I don't want to get into specifics or point at people. I don't like doing that. I like to address it more as a problem that's affecting. And then, you know, you can go now listen to your favorite podcast or whatever and have a little think and say, wait a minute, you know, they're talking about this thing. This person's you know, their thing is carpentry. Why they got such a hot opinion on foreign policy all of a sudden, right? Like, just think it through a little. Sure, but the people that do know and care will naturally be more reserved about the information they give out, which is less exciting for the audience. Yep, that's the other thing, like destructive hot takes. They spread, they get people's attention. There's bad incentives. There's bad incentives at work here. Not quite sure I'm going to put the ceiling on this thing. Is TikTok entirely bad? No. Is it designed to be addictive? Yes, but so are other apps, as Enderdan. Sure. Like, the whole thing with, like, comparative arguing is, like, we're focused on one thing, and then we start going, oh, but what about this and what about that? It's like, the whole whataboutism just kind of, like, distracts you from the point. Hey, we're discussing this thing right now. Let's focus on it and do something. Politics is made to divide people, be people knowledgeable on the matter or not. I don't know if it's made to divide people. It can be divisive. Like, there's a lot of things that just work in society that we take for granted all the time as well, remember? You know, the trains turn up on time. You turn on your tap and water comes out. Like, and, well, how did all that stuff get, you know, put into place? You know, governments organise stuff. Milk Them Moose, thank you ever so much for 5 months. Very much appreciate it, my dude. Thank you for resubscribing. Appreciate it, appreciate it. This just made me realise how much social media I consume, and I should step back and consume less. Yeah, Hootie, do this. Like, do this for yourself. Like, make your... Let's not go too grandiose here. We're not making ourselves a promise, but, like... Look at your time and treat it as if it's way more valuable. When you're consuming a content from a content creator, think in terms of, like, what are they actually giving you? Like, how much are they respecting your time? When you do that, you might just start to notice that some content is just kind of like joining in. You know, like, oh, we're all talking about this thing now. Here's my opinion. And, like, are they really trying to offer you some value with what they're saying to you? Are they trying to enrich your time, your mind, your thoughts, increase the quality of your life? If you give it that kind of lens, hopefully it would illuminate and just let you realize, like, oh, you know, you might see it differently a little. So less YouTube Shorts. I don't even touch YouTube Shorts. I don't even go near that. I want to find a material for the roof. Hey, would granite work up there? Like a little bit of red popping in? Granite roof? A roof? Roofs are usually darker, aren't they? By the way, we had a super chat from Storykeeper Withers. What you focus on is what you find. Good or bad? Interesting. Interesting quote. I like it. Thank you. Click that X on YouTube every time they try to serve me shorts. Okay. Oh yeah, click X to close it. Is that what you mean? I can't remember who said this, but you need to step back and realize that if you won't change your opinion on something, they probably won't change theirs. Granite would be interesting. It would be. Everyone needs to realize that politicians actually work for us. They're not the authority they've unfortunately become. Greed and power and money has ruined many democracies. Like, it's the dramatic language. It's like, it has its influence, right? But sometimes those influences are good. Like, if you don't pay politicians high wages, they become more susceptible to corruption. Now, that is a weird argument. Like, I can understand if you immediately are like, oh, no, what are you talking about? But, like, there is some logic to it. There really is. Like, if you pay politicians a pittance, the people that manage power, then they're definitely going to be more incentivized to yield it incorrectly, right? Now, when you got some politicians who are like earning exorbitant amounts of money, it's a little harder to agree with that, and that's perfectly fine. But like, there is some truth to that. It's like, okay, so politicians have to be made a certain amount. We have to put incentives in place. Like, this stuff is always tricky, complicated and messy, and there's all these different avenues and perspectives, and like, I just don't think it's easy to boil it down into a quick statement and be like, this it's all because of politics, all because of this, it's all corrupt. Like, no, it's not. It's always a big, complex, messy picture that's difficult to deal with. Right, I gotta do a little something. Off camera, you can't see it because I don't know. Click here, click there. Give me a second, peeps. I'll be right back. I mean, I'm still here, but you know what I mean. Right. Gotta wait for it to load. Okay. Not sure what's going on here. Sorry, I got to fix something off camera. Let's see. I'll keep playing. I think he means in democracy, politicians are supposed to be servants of society, but things have gotten so bad, people don't even have that perception anymore. Yeah, when we say things have gotten so bad, like, I find it so weird because if you roll back, if you go back in time, like, the average living condition for the average person, like, it's just gone down. It's like, you can argue that we're living in good times, right? So, like, why is our perception so different from that kind of reality? Like, do we forget how far we've come? Do we romanticize the past? What's going on there? I'm not sure. It's definitely a thing. Anyway, like, you see someone says yes, but politics has gotten bad since the 90s. Here's what I'd say. Go, if you're going to have that opinion, right, like, go try and find some documentary about politics in the past and see what you find, because I bet, like we don't know stuff the same way. Like, we can, if we talk about, like, political events, we're going to just remember so much stuff that's recent. But we're not, I'm not going to bring up anything from the 50s, am I? Like, wasn't alive then. So things fade into memory and then we look back at the past differently. I reckon if you looked into some historical documentaries or whatever about politics in the past, you'll probably find all sorts of crazy stuff. It's what I've learned about watching, because I quite like watching stuff about history. And then you just learn things and just realize, oh, it's so different today. Sometimes in a good way, sometimes in a bad. But, like, it's hard to have a proper clear perspective on this stuff unless you, like, get deep into it. And if you don't, if you just, like, it's the whole bell curve thing, isn't it? That ignorance bell curve of, like, when you know very little, it's easy to think you understand it all. Then you start to know a little bit more and you realize, oh, actually, there's way more to know about this and I don't know it. And then you spend a lifetime learning and studying about something, and then you go back up to, like, oh, actually, you do know about it. Something like that. AC and Tuck, thank you so much for 19 months. How's my day going? Pretty well, thank you, my dude. Squid691, thank you for the prime. Appreciate it. People focus on the negative. Housing market has definitely gone bad. For example, people would rather focus on that than insurance. Than car insurance. Yeah, the housing prices are, I think, probably quite agreeably really high and bad. But the other thing is, if you own a house, like, there's this idea that a high price is good, which is kind of true if you're, like, downsizing. If you're downsizing your house when house prices are high, you will get, like, a fair amount of, like, money that's serviceable to, because you would use that money for other stuff, like if you're downsizing a house, let's say you're living later in life, like, maybe you're retired and it means you get to go on some holidays with the money that you gain, right? If housing prices are low, then the amount you get for downsizing gives you less, right? So that's one of the problems with housing prices going up, is that a lot of people psychologically think this is good for them. And I think it is if you're downsizing. Probably not if you're upsizing, right? If you're trying to move up into a bigger property. But if there wasn't that, like, if you're not in that transitional state, it kind of doesn't really matter. Like if you have to sell your house to move, and you move to a similar sized property, it kind of doesn't really make any difference what the price is, because you're just, you know, you're moving from one property to another. It's hard to explain this stuff because it's economics. You know what I mean? Let's free up a little bit more inventory space here. In my opinion, inflation has a very detrimental effect recently. Less money in the pocket equals a lower standard of living, making crime justifiable option to some. Yeah, you do need a healthy amount of inflation in a society, though. It encourages growth and spending, having a small amount of inflation. What's happened recently is that they've printed money, and you see, so in the pandemic, right? They gave out checks to people to keep people, you know, they're not at work, they need to buy food, etc. The problem is they gave the same amount to everyone because of air quotes fairness, right? You do that, and you're giving money to rich people as well as poor. What do the rich people do with it? They buy stocks and bonds. You know? Poor people are using it to buy the necessities of life, and the rich people are putting it into stocks and bonds, which have had their values massively inflated due to all this increasing buying pressure. So, like, when they printed all the money to help people, it also just shifted a lot of wealth into the wealthiest people. But the price of a property isn't just size, it's also about the neighborhood. Yeah, sure. Totally. You know, a small house in a really nice neighborhood, it's going to be worth more than a big house in a crime-riddled neighborhood, right? Progress. I mean, it's literally progress with some underscores in there. Here with Super Chat. Hey X, did you ever have to deal with bullies? I did. I don't know if I would say I dealt with them so much as succumbed to them, but that's not something I really care much to talk about anymore. If you really want to know, there's a video on Xisuma Says about it, I believe. All about that part of my life, which was not fun in the slightest. Surprise, surprise. Just right now, can't be bothered to talk about it. Maybe on a different day I would. Foo Spills, thank you for the Prime over here on Twitch. I was going to say Twitter, and I was like, don't say Twitter. Don't say Twitter. It's not Twitter. It's the other one. It's the other TW. Thank you, my dude. Much appreciated. Hope you're enjoying the stream. For me, housing, it's being able to survive. Like, rent is half my paycheck, yet I cannot afford to buy a house and pay less monthly. Yeah, it's terrible, like, the way things are with rent prices and stuff. I don't know quite what to say about it. Mortgages are money printing too, so when housing booms, more money is printed to buy homes. I don't know about that. That doesn't sound like something I've really heard before. Like, I don't know, printing money to buy houses? Like, the government... Does the government print money, or is it the Bank of England over here? Yeah, I really don't know what you're trying to say with that, so I don't have much to say on it. Don't forget to light up above the ceiling. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that at some point. It needs doing. It needs doing. I initially thought I'd gone a bit overkill with the amount of slabs. And now it's like, nope, you need more. I do have that. Did I bring... I didn't bring the thing with me, but I can do that. Oh, no, I did it wrong! Absolute goose. Absolute goose. What a fool. What a buffoon. Unsubscribe. Unfollow. Okay, let's put this up here. You went into a bank with 30 grand, bank gave me 160 grand and seller walked with it. I don't know. What are you saying? You just walked into a bank, right? First of all, why do you have 30 grand walking into a bank? This story just doesn't make any sense to me. Immediately I'm like, what? What are you talking about? The bank prints, the government bails bank debt, absolute scam. Like I was saying earlier, these statements of like simplifying it down to absolute scam, it's not like, you should learn about why this stuff happens a bit more. Like, understand the mechanics behind it. I'm not saying therefore it's right and they're perfectly fine, but like when you understand it a little better, what's going on behind the scenes and why, it just illuminates how it's not as simple as you think. It rarely is. I think like what I said a second ago though, like about them printing money during the pandemic, like you can then take that information and be like, now did they do that knowing it would have that effect, right? That's a good question to ask, because we've got hindsight, we've seen what the printing money did. This is like an understood economic thing that's been explained. So now we got to go, did the politicians know it happened this way? Because they benefited from it. Like, they cut themselves checks too, right? When they sent it out to everyone. Now, they sent it out to everyone because of, you know, equal and fair society, right? The thing with saying equal and fair is that they're just words a lot of the time. And politicians do use a lot of soundbitey, sounds good language, you know. They're trying to keep their constituents happy and stuff. So, you know, it's easy to say we live in a free, equal, fair society, but then things like this happen, and then you go, is it that fair? Like, would it have been more fair to give it to people that needed it, right? And then if you're wealthy and you didn't need money to pay for bills and food, because despite being out of work, you got savings, this isn't going to affect you that bad, do you deserve a check as well? Because now we've seen what happened. It made those people richer. Anyway, I did not know this is where we would end up talking about stuff, politics and inflation and printing money. God, where have we ended up today, eh? Progress, thank you for more super chat. Which did start playing music with? An acoustic or electric guitar? Do you think one is better / easier? I started with electric. I think the best place to start is what with appeals to you most. What will get you playing? Okay? You know, is a flute easier to play than a harpsichord? Yes. But if a flute has no appeal to you and a harpsichord is magical, maybe go with the thing that will motivate you to play. All right. Let's wrap this one up. I got to find someone to raid over on Twitch. If you're heading out of here though, please do check out my music, Soulside Eclipse. I hope you like what you find. That's the end of my stream today, peeps. I hope you've been entertained. I'm looking for someone to raid on Twitch. So if you head over here and you want to be, oh look, it's XP Crafted on Hermitcraft. All right, your Hermitcraft action continues. I'm going to send you over to XP. I hope you enjoy it and have some good time in his hands. Looks like he's digging, just like I was. More Minecraft, more digging. All right, the raid's underway. Thank you again. See you all on Tuesday for the next one, and have a great rest of the day.